Hello again.
To save the world, you need a little Hart and a big Johnson. That's the tagline for this movie. One of my
Good
favorite
tagline.
taglines of the year,
Yeah.
honestly, the more I say it. It was gonna be, it was actually gonna be Sarah and Brian at this movie, because they've seen most of the Kevin Hart movies that are out.
Yeah, I've seen a few of them. But...
Yeah, we saw Get Hard.
Yeah.
They were at, like, Ride Along 2 and, like, Wedding Ringer and stuff like that. And me and you were going to be at Finding Dory, but Brian could only do the later screening. So Sarah doesn't stay out as late as we do. So I texted Sarah earlier and was like, do you want to see Finding Dory instead? Brian can only go.
She really wanted to see that short at the beginning of it, too.
She was like not looking forward to Finding Dory at all. Like, she was texting me and like was like, "Can we see Pop Star instead?" I'm like, if I only wanted like 100 people to see that video, sure.
That would get hits.
Not as much as Finding Dory.
Yeah.
And that's been out for a couple weeks.
Yeah.
That came out when there was like 3 other movies out, and I kind of had to just kind of pick and choose. But anyway, at the end of Finding Dory, I was thinking in my head, like, well, I haven't gotten a text from Brian that he can't make it. Fuck. So I look at my phone, he can't make it, so he's like, can we see it Saturday instead? I'm like, don't worry about it, I'll stick around for like 9:50 and see the other movie too. So I'm a little tired. I wasn't planning on seeing 2 movies tonight. It happens. But Brian did want me to ask to throw out the link to the GoFundMe again. Just go to thecinemasnob.com. There'll be a link on the description for this video. This is Midnight Screenings, Finding Dory, and Central Intelligence. There'll be a GoFundMe link on there. Letty's dad passed away, so we've got a GoFundMe up there for like funeral expenses and everything. So donate to it if you can. If you can't, at least share it.
Yeah, they're good people and they need the help. It's a really fantastic family, and they've been through some bad shit lately. So
They're all right.
yeah, it's like half of them.
Really, I'm just doing this for Starbuck.
That's my girl, sir. That's my girl. That fucking dog loves me.
It's their dog, by the way, who looks not unlike Tequila.
Nothing.
So we saw Central Intelligence. Not bad.
No.
Fine.
Completely passable. I mean, it is exactly what it is. Mm-hmm. It's a movie we've all seen before, I think.
I mean, it reminds me of, like, something I would have gone to see, like, with my dad in the late 90s, around when stuff like Nothing to Lose with Tim Robbins and Martin Lawrence was out.
Yeah.
Like, that era of, like, buddy action comedy. And you know what? Those are good for, like, rainy nights and things like that. Like, totally.
I can't suggest. I don't know if we weren't seeing that for the site. I certainly wouldn't go to the fucking theater to see it. I don't know that it's worth $14 or more to go see it in the theater. But it is exactly one of those movies that if you're sitting at home and you're flipping channels and you catch the very beginning of it and you sit there and you watch the whole thing, you haven't completely wasted an hour and a half.
No.
Because you enjoyed it.
It's a rainy night rental. Like, it's, the humor's hit or miss, but when it lands, it's pretty funny. Dwayne Johnson is really funny in this.
No, he's far and away the highlight of the movie, the entire movie. I mean,
he plays...
The character gets a little grating at times. You kind of wonder how the fuck he became a CIA agent.
A little, other than he's good with weapons, he can fight, and he's he's Dwayne fucking Johnson.
But he's a little clueless.
Yeah, and I like that he plays the part as like a big dork.
Yeah.
Just like this total like spaz. Like
completely on the spectrum. Completely on the spectrum.
I kind of liked that.
Yeah.
I kind of like that acting choice because you have this story about two guys who 20 years ago, they graduated high school, and Kevin Hart was prom king, sports all-star, like he was
In the drama club.
drama as Hamlet, and all of that, and like he was, you know, most likely to succeed and everything, and it's 20 years later, and really his life's not that bad. Like
No, but it's kind of plateaued into like he's living an average, like, everyday, you know, adult life. He hasn't done anything extraordinary or outstanding, but he's got a solid job. He's got a wife. He's got a nice house.
Yeah,
like a really nice house.
So it's not necessarily that he really nosedived after high school. He certainly didn't become a celebrity by any means, but he married his high school girlfriend, been married for 20 years. She's a high-powered attorney, like, so he's not that bad, really. He just, you know, hates the fact that he didn't really stay popular after high school. And then you have Dwayne Johnson, who was the fat kid in school, and it's years later, and he's built like Dwayne fucking Johnson.
Yeah, I will say that the CGI rendering of Dwayne Johnson's face onto that poor man's body was a little distracting. Not really well done.
Yeah, apparently finding a fat suit is another thing that's impossible nowadays.
Well, I think they... I mean, what they did, obviously, you know, a fat suit would have looked like a fat suit, but...
But it would have looked like something that exists in real life. And I've seen fat suits look 100% perfectly convincing. Yeah, that was weird. That was a little... That was in the trailers, too, so I was expecting it.
Yeah, see, I went into this completely blank, because... Well, before yesterday, I don't...
Yeah, you'd been gone a while.
It's been a month or two since I've been to a movie, and even then...
It was like God's Not Dead 2.
Yeah.
Or no. Wait, was it that, or was it...
God's Not Dead 2 and Batman v Superman, like, right around the same time.
Batman v Superman was before God's Not Dead 2, because that God's Not Dead 2 opened with me saying, like, maybe Batman v Superman wasn't so bad after all.
Yeah.
It's bad.
Well, it's, you know, I was working out of town for the past fucking year, so it was hard to make movies, but... I'm not now, so...
We can go see all kinds of shit.
Yeah. Yeah. Shit being the operative word, I'm sure.
Yeah, this is... It's... In terms of, like, Kevin Hart's stuff... Yeah, he is still a little grating in this movie because he's doing his scared Kevin Hart screaming and shrieking at the dangerous things that are happening.
And see, that's the thing. It's when he's doing that, it's immediately like, fucking stop that, dude. But when he's just kind of being the straight man, he's okay.
Yeah.
Like, I like Kevin Hart. I think he's a great stand-up. Mm-hmm. And I've seen him in things where I think, like, Kevin Hart's great. Mm-hmm. But, yeah, it's that when he starts getting high-pitched and excitable, and it's just like, I know that's part of his persona, but it's fucking...
Yeah, then it gets kind of like, man, I'd really just like to see you be the straight man in this situation. Yeah. Instead of what I've seen him do in countless other movies over and over again. And this is a way better movie than, like, Get Hard, but I think he did the straight man thing a lot better in Get Hard. Like, he could actually be kind of mellow in that movie. Yeah. I seem to recall a lot less shrieking and screaming in that movie than in this. But that's, you know...
But Will Ferrell was shrieking and screaming, so it was probably less apparent.
Yeah, that's true. But, you know, that's probably what sold the movie to the studio. Like, we'll have Dwayne Johnson in here doing action movie stuff, and Kevin Hart will be screaming about it. A couple of cameos in the movie.
Yeah.
So, this one was weird. When Dwayne Johnson was bullied in high school, they run into the bully in present time, and it's Jason Bateman, which feels like it's a comedy version of The Gift. in only if in The Gift he played that part as comedy Jason Bateman, and not disturbing Jason Bateman. Man, I love The Gift. Such a good fucking movie. That was odd, because both are like, he bullied this guy in school and everything, but one's scary as hell, and this one's a comedy. So that was odd. Melissa McCarthy shows up at the end of the movie.
Yeah,
that was
a one-off joke, and
it was cute.
Yeah, it was fine.
Yeah,
that was unexpected, and it worked. It's just, I don't
because of the
fucking care for her.
I mean, some things I like her in just fine. I thought she was fine in this.
She was fine in this. I mean, and she is. I'll say it again. It's like I didn't see Saint Vincent or some of the other things, but I'm sure she's one of those people that she has the potential to do really good things. I think it's just half the shit she does is fucking awful.
Half the shit she does awful. Half the shit. Pretty good. This is solid. I liked Spy. I loved her on Gilmore Girls. And because of the actors that they got to be in this class, is the class of 1996. There's a wide age gap between all of the actors who are in this class.
Yeah, it's kind of like Jason Bateman was not in the class of 96.
Neither is Melissa McCarthy.
No.
She's late 40s, I think. I think Bateman is mid to late 40s.
I don't think The Rock could have been in the class of 96.
Kevin Hart is younger than I am.
Is he?
Yeah, Kevin Hart, I think, was born in like 82 or 83. And Dwayne Johnson, is he 40 yet? Early 40s, maybe?
He's gotta be.
Yeah. I mean, that's a little thing. It's just something I thought about in the movie. It wasn't something that made me go like, ugh, unrealistic. Central Intelligence.
But yeah, that is... I gotta look, I'm sorry. I'm doing the phone thing.
No, I'm curious too.
Okay, so Kevin Hart was born in 79.
Oh, so he's like, okay, a couple years older then.
So, I thought 96, he would have been close.
Mm-hmm.
The Rock was born in 72.
So he's 44.
So he's a little...
Mm-hmm.
He's like 6 years too old for the part.
And, I mean, he can pull... He can pull off being younger than 44.
Oh, yeah. I mean, well, he's the fucking Rock. So.
Yeah, Dwayne The Rock Johnson, man. And... You know I mean, not that you expect a movie like this to be unpredictable by any stretch, but the second Aaron Paul shows up in it...
Yeah.
Villain. So, the CIA is after Dwayne Johnson because they think that he's trying to sell, like, codes and shit, and... They think he's murdered his partner, and there's a flashback to his partner dying, and his partner is Aaron Paul, and they're searching for this shadowy figure who's like the mastermind behind all this bad stuff that's going on.
And it's
Jesse fucking Pinkman, who does say bitch in it.
Yeah, that's... like, he said that, and part of me giggled, and the other part of me went, oh, poor guy.
I giggled.
The thing is, like, he's a really good actor.
Yeah.
But he's a really good... He's gonna be a good character actor.
He's not in this movie very much, but he is good in this.
Yeah.
He's good as the villain. The little screen time he has, like, you know what? In this case, in this silly ass movie, I was like, all right, go ahead, let him say bitch. Like, I've seen him in other stuff recently where, to my recollection, he didn't. I watched that show, The Path, that's on Hulu. Really fucking solid show. He's great in it. I don't remember him ever going, yo bitch, or like dropping that anywhere in the show. So a goofy movie like this, alright.
Some fan service, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, hell, in the ending blooper reel, they straight up, Kevin Hart straight up calls Dwayne Johnson The Rock. So, I guess I could deal with that in a movie like this, as opposed to, if it happened in The Path, or when he was in, like, Exodus.
Walks up to Moses and calls him a bitch.
Your God's a bitch. Science, motherfucker. I
would pay to see that demo. Mm-hmm. I would pay to see that outtake. Oh God,
I do remember
amazing.
being pissed he didn't say that in Need for Speed, but Need for Speed was a piece of shit. No, this movie is if you got some chuckles out of the trailer, the trailer's an accurate representation of this movie. You're gonna know exactly what to expect about it. It's got laughs here and there. The actors have good chemistry. Dwayne Johnson is as charismatic as fuck and can carry about anything.
Yeah, and Dwayne Johnson and Kevin Hart did have. I gotta give them that. They had a really good chemistry.
Yeah, they had very good chemistry. For me, like, I can't say, like, this is worth seeing in theaters, but, like, it's
definitely worth watching. Just, I wouldn't pay more than a couple bucks.
Nah, it's like, once it hits, like, the new release wall or something like that, pick yourself up a copy of it,
Yeah,
get yourself a pizza.
Yeah, no, it's definitely fuck it, I gotta kill an hour and a half movie. Mm-hmm. But it's a fun way to kill an hour and a half. Mm-hmm. It is. Well, it ain't Shakespeare, but it works.
You finally got to see the trailer for Sausage Party.
I did. It's just like I knew who was involved, and I knew, knowing those guys, that I was probably going to enjoy it, but that trailer is fucking amazing. They don't even really need to release the movie. Just that trailer alone as a concept is amazing.
I'm so glad, I hope this movie's good, because I'm really looking forward to it, but
I just hope it's an hour and a half of that tragic, horrible.
Oh God! Like the fucking can of pasta, like stuffing its guts back in the.
They're eating children.
Yeah, I'm so glad this movie is made, because I have always thought that in commercials where the food talks, and they seem happy about the fact that, like, that Coca-Cola commercial where the ice is like, yay, we've been chosen, we get to go into the glass with the Coca-Cola.
To melt.
You're gonna melt horribly and die. Or like the pasta that's like really happy that they're in the oven because, like, ooh, it's ragu they're being poured on. You're about to get eaten, you dumb fucking pasta. I'm so glad that somebody has taken that concept and made a movie out of it. I am curious.
I'm glad that they're going dark, man.
I am too, and
How many people are going to take their kids to that?
I hope a lot. I really want to see it because I really want to know what the end game of this movie is. Like, how does this end? Do people just stop eating? I'm curious. I'm curious to see where it goes. Alright, so next week is, I believe it's Independence Day Resurgence.
Is it?
Yeah.
Ooh,
I'm excited. Speaking of 1996.
It's gonna be fucking awful.
But I hope it's amazing.
We both know it's gonna be awful. Oh, it's also the Free State of Jones.
Nice.
Actually, next week is a week where I want to see, like, every movie that's coming out.
Free State of Jones. I really want to see The Shallows.
Swiss Army
Man.
Neon Demon.
Yeah.
I mean, half those movies aren't coming here, but I mean,
I'll bet you eventually, like Swiss Army Man does. I'll bet the Shallows will. Free State of Jones will. Definitely Independence Day. That would be weird.
That would be hilarious.
Yeah, we get Wiener Dog, but not Independence Day 2. All right, so yeah, we'll be talking about some of those movies next week.
Yeah.
See ya.